Okay, so the first question is, in 30 seconds or less, tell us about yourself and what you do.
My name's Charmian Campbell and I'm a business coach. I've been coaching for 5 years. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, and I love what I do.
Fantastic, thank you. And how did you find out about business coaching with Rhiannon?
I knew Rhiannon through part of the organisation that I was involved in, being action coach. So we became friends through our conferences and the other associations that are part of being in that organisation. So we were friends first, and then I became a client.
Cool. And how long did you coach with Rhiannon for?
I coached for Rhiannon just over 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you started coaching with Rhiannon, what did you initially find to be the most difficult or confronting about the coaching sessions?
I don't know. Maybe difficult and confronting is really hard to describe. I think the reason why I was being coached by Rhiannon was I wanted to face those things that I know needed changing, and I needed someone to help facilitate that for me. So that's why I chose Rhiannon. So I was prepared for whatever I had to do.
Great. And what positive changes did you experience when you started coaching, and what changes do you see now?
I would say the biggest things that I've noticed is confidence, clarity and certainty. So where before I would waver or question things or myself, I don't do that anymore, and I never needed to do that. So she just helped me see that I had every skill and every quality that I needed to be a great coach. For whatever reason, I wasn't believing in myself.
Great. Okay. What are some specific skills you have learned in terms of the way you communicate in your business and receive communication from those you work with?
How do I communicate in my business? Probably the thing I think would be the most important thing is honesty and being true to me first, and then I can be true to others. So being open and honest and being truthful without fear of hurting people, knowing that by being truthful I'm actually helping them. Yeah.
And do you feel there are specific skills in terms of like communication itself that you've picked up, like beyond, say, verbal communication? Like, do you feel like you've picked up a broader set of communication skills?
I would say the biggest skill set I've picked up in relation to, I don't know whether you want to call it communication, it's observation.
Yeah.
I was so busy apparently listening or apparently watching that I wasn't really observing what was going on outside of the words. And I would say that would be probably close to being the number one thing that I've learned out of all of this was it's all about what you see, because people give so many cues and indicators outside of the verbal words in their communication, and now I pick up on them.
That's gold, thanks. As a whole, how has coaching impacted your business?
For me, it was never really, I wouldn't say it was about my business, it was always about me. That was my choice to have Rhiannon as a coach. Having come from having my own businesses and coming from a business coaching background myself, what I was looking for in Rhiannon was someone that made me come out, made me be stronger, made me be more me, and I'd lost sight of that. Yeah.
Great. Have you seen any measurable improvements in your business?
Oh, definitely. As soon as I started working with her, my clients noticed it. People noticed the change and the shift in me. 100%.
Great. How have the communication skills you've learned through coaching impacted on your personal life?
Oh, wow. Where do I start? With my kids. Now I sit down and really, because of those observation skills, because I now trust in what I do and the value and what I bring from a coaching perspective, I sit down with my kids and really I've given them so much more, I suppose, scope to be that better people in themselves rather than being a parent to them. And also with my husband, again, that open and honesty. There's nothing that we hide from each other. We don't need to. And I feel like I've learned skills that help me communicate far better with him, so that his needs are met and so are mine, from our family's perspective. Yeah.
Wonderful. Last question. Would you recommend Rhiannon as a business coach?
Absolutely. She's, from like I say, from my perspective, she answered all the needs of what I was looking for. And yeah, 100%.
Fantastic. Thank you very